Good buzz YouTube. How's it going, everybody? Got for y'all today a pretty straightforward good Yu battle I had a couple days ago. Actually, I had this battle before I changed Quillfish to Excelgor. Some of you guys might remember the team that I'm using in this battle. It's because I did a showdown live with it. If you did not see the PS live I did with this team, a link to that will be at the end of the battle, so you guys can go check that out. But first off, I want to give a big thanks to MainChains for making me some different colored layouts. Also, big thanks to Avision for the blue Wi-Fi battle background. This is definitely one of my favorite backgrounds, and I'm very happy that he passed it to me. Now, looking at my opponent's side of the field, the only real threats I see are going to be Crobat and Chandelure, because nothing on my team switches into either of those. Also, I found it a bit odd that he has Hitmonchan, but I guess that can be viable in Yu. I mean, I never see it, but I have a Quillfish, which is viable in Yu. I don't know. I might try out Hitmonchan just to see how it does in Yu, but either way, let's get this started. So he's going to be leading off with the Crobat, as I'm going to be leading off with my Flygon. Not even Empoleon is going to appreciate a Choice Banded Outrage, and look at that, 42% to an Empoleon, which is really impressive. So I'm going to stay in, obviously, because I have to. I'm going to go for another one. I get off about 82% as he ends up going for the Scald. Due to the fact that he was in torrent range, it does do a good amount of damage. Luckily though, he doesn't burn me. Unfortunately, I do only get the 2-turn outrage, so not wanting to hit myself in confusion, I'm going to switch directly into my Quillfish. As he predicts that, goes for Stealth Rocks. Then this turn, I know that he's going to be forced to switch out, possibly expecting me to go for a taunt, so I can take this opportunity to go for a Lair Spikes. As it turns out that his Raikou is a sub-calm Mind variant, I'm not worried about this whatsoever because I do have a Focus Sash, because this is a suicide lead Quillfish. As I live the Thunderbolt, I'm going to be able to break the substitute with Waterfall. Then this turn he ends up going for another substitute, maybe thinking I would go for the taunt or another Lair of Spikes, but either way, I do not want to allow this Raikou to be behind a substitute. So I'm just going to go straight for another Waterfall, as he ends up knocking me out with the Hidden Power Ice. More than likely, I'm not going to be able to bring in my Swampert. Then this turn, predicting him to bring in the Crobat, thinking I would want to go for the Earthquake, I go for the Scald. But he predicts that and brings in the Empoleon. Unfortunately, I come nowhere near knocking him out, and then the following turn, I'm thinking, alright, I can live any hit and knock out Empoleon, right? Well, he goes for Grass Knot. I do live, but still, I did not see Grass Knot coming. Thankfully, Swampert is very, very bulky, and I'm able to knock out the Empoleon with the Earthquake as he brings in the Chandelure. Nothing on my team switches into this thing, so I leave in my Swampert fodder as I bring in my Kingdra. I'm hoping that he'll be forced to switch out, so what I'm going to do is go for the Rain Dance, but no, he predicts that, stays in, goes for the Shadow Ball. Thankfully, I'm going to be able to live, and I get in my Rain Dance as he makes a bit of an odd play by foddering off his Crobat. I'm not too sure why, but this means I no longer have to worry about the Crobat now. Unfortunately though, he still has Chandelure, which is going to be a big problem. So on the double down, we both bring in our Flygons, and it turns out that he is either Scarfed or he wins the speed tie. And at this point, I'm only down to my Manchow and to my Cofagrigus. Depending on whether he's Scarfed or not will determine if my Cofagrigus will possibly be able to make me a comeback. So I bring in Cofagrigus. Here's the moment of truth. Turns out that he is Scarfed. I'm going to be able to easily live another Outrage after going for the Trick Room. And the reason why I went for the Trick Room as opposed to a Nasty Plot was just on the off chance that he did predict me to go for a Will-O-Wisp and bring in Chandelure, because I've had people do that before. So normally when I see a Chandelure on my opponent's team, I go straight for the Trick Room. I'm able to live the second Outrage, get up a Nasty Plot, knock out the Flygon as he brings in the Raikou. Thanks to those Layers of Spikes, I'm going to be able to guarantee a one-hit KO with a +2 stab Shadow Ball. And at this point, it looks like Cofagrigus is definitely going to win me the battle as he brings in the Hitmonchan. I was actually really thinking Hitmonchan would be able to live this, but no, I clean knock it out. Unfortunately though, because I went for the Trick Room before Nasty Plotting, my Trick Room runs out, and it's going to come down to whether or not my Manchow hits a Fire Blast. But it turns out that he misses the Fire Blast, and I'm able to knock him out with the Shadow Ball, and that just goes to show you why Nasty Room Cofagrigus is just such a monster in Yu. And the only way the Fire Blast miss would have mattered is if I had missed Stone Edge with my Manchow. So yeah, in the end, it would have come down to my Manchow hitting Stone Edge or missing it, and seeing if I actually would have won or not. But either way, it was a really fun battle, very straightforward, as I said, pretty short. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I have to edit this because I have to go to work in a few minutes, so yeah, with that, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to more content. The video on my PS Live should be playing on your screen right now. Click that. There should be an annotation there that will take you to another tab or window so you guys can watch the PS Live. And with that, I do believe I am out here. I will see you guys soon. Later, everybody.